While we're already ogling over the new cards coming in the 30th celebration set of September, I'm currently stuck in Chaos Rising Hell, being driven to madness by all those new EX decks that disappointed me more than my son who likes Yu-Gi-Oh! More than Pokemon. Luckily, there's some decent single prize decks in the new set, with the best of the bunch being Delphox. For 2 fire, the Hot Fox does 30 damage times the number of energy attached to all Pokemon in play. So in your quest to deal 330 damage and one-shot a Dragapult, you also count their energy. Unfortunately, a lot of decks can get by with only 1 or 2 energy, meaning it's mostly up to you to power up Energized Storm. There's several ways to flood the field with energy, especially with Delphox drawing up to 7 every turn. My personal choice is Ethan's Ho-Oh EX. Yes, it's a 2-prize liability who comes up short of a Meowth KO, but for each Ho-Oh in play, you can accelerate 2 fire. Or there's Emboar, who is a stage 2, but can accelerate all energy in your hand. And of course, Oricorio EX exists, except you have to have a Mega in play. If you really want to pair Delphox with a Mega, why not Audino? I know we're not getting the reflip tool until Pitch Black in July, but if you can Kaleido Waltz twice, that might be enough to win. Especially if you run Rose's Encouragement to take advantage of the fact that you just gave them 3 prize cards. Basically, there's a lot of ways to make Delphox work, except regardless of which one you spend the night with, you'll always be thinking about how you wish experience share was still standard legal. I am guaranteeing a victory here. Yeah, that's right. You got the Trust Your Pilot guarantee. We have a Delphox start. I have Battle Cage. There's no way we can lose. I don't care what deck this is. I am not losing the game. It is already foretold. I consulted with a prophetician. I think that's a thing. Oh, it's Beedrill. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I got Riz. I got all the Riz in the world. So I guess I just put the Battle Cage down. The problem is that I'm going to need a bunch of energy, so I will have to put a Ho-Oh into play, but Ho-Oh can one-shot Beedrill. And if you're thinking, oh, it's a little unfair to show a matchup against Beedrill, don't forget that I played Mega Pyroar. Don't forget that I played a fire deck not too long ago, and I got absolutely bodied by Beedrill. Oh, this is unfortunate. So if I put the Fez down, I mean, I'm going to be taking 2 prizes. I think it's okay to put the Fez down. Famous last words, I know, but I can have 1 Fez, 1 Ho-Oh, and of course I get none of those things. So that's cool. And then I will go for Braixen. I think I've won, right? Because Licking Catch is just such a good attack. And I think Heatmor is just going to see more and more play. It's going to see Heat more and more play. All right, so let's go get Ho-Oh, Delphox, and I guess so Ho-Oh, Delphox, and then I think an energy, but I already have an energy. So I don't think I really need it. But I mean, I guess if they don't do anything, then maybe I'll want it. Right? Because if they do nothing, then I can attach to the Heatmor and then put the Ho-Oh down, evolve into Delphox, and then I can get rid of the energy. I can Morty's away the Iris. Hopefully they have 5 bench. I can do a bajillion things next turn. But if I don't find an air balloon, I'm going to have to make some tough calls. But the really good thing is that Ho-Oh can just one-shot a Beedrill, which is really, really nice. Is, you know, in every other matchup against a non-grass deck, I mean, you can't even knock out a Hydra. You can... How did they get all this? This is not allowed. This is absolutely not allowed in this world here, okay? All right, well, fine. They're playing a Beedrill deck with barely anything. I'm going to get everything. I'm going to get a rare candy. I'm going to get all the things, okay? I'm already guaranteeing you that I'm going to get all the things this turn. It is not even a question. I have already done it. I have already become a summoner, okay? I'm going to draw 1,000,000 cards this turn. They have already lost. Okay, we got the air balloon. That's not very good. Okay. I guess I get 1 Fennekin if I have it, and then we want to save a spot for the Ho-Oh. All right, and then I have to Morty's away the Iris. Right? I have to Morty's away the Iris because we have air balloon. We're going to draw 4. We're going to get what we need, right? Guaranteed we get what we need. Already guaranteed that we get what we need. We got nothing. We got literally nothing off of that somehow. This game is cursed. I don't know why this game hates me so much, but we're gonna Ho-Oh there. We're going to energy switch from there to there. How is this the world we live in? All right, well, they can't affect my... They're not playing Judge over there. Who's playing Judge over there? And then I guess I just have to hope the Heatmor gets KO'd. I guess I just have to hope the Heatmor gets knocked out here. That seems like a very terrible strategy. But if the Heatmor gets knocked out, I'll be able to draw more cards. I just need a rare candy. So they have done all the things correctly. They knocked out the Braixen. They somehow got bosses, Forest of Vitality, Kakuna, Beedrill, Energy in a deck that plays like 5 energy. But we got this. I'm going to show you the power of the Delphox. Uh-oh. I mean, I think we're fine, right? As long as they don't have another bosses. Okay, good. Okay. I was opening up the floor for that. So I guess what I do here is send up the Fez and then put the air balloon on the Fez. Can I get a rare? Thank you. Oh my God. That should not have been that difficult. Okay, so rare candy into this one. And then we just empty my balls all over the Hot Fox. All right, then we go Fennekin, Ho-Oh down. That'll go there. I want to, I think, just attach this one to this guy. And then I discard the energy to drop to 7 because we still have Fez. I can energy recycle. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. No, this is fine. This is great. I'm taking the knockout, right? I'm definitely taking the knockout. I probably still need like a couple energy. I have 2 energy switches. No matter what, I'm taking the knockout this turn unless we don't get energy. This is insane. Okay, we got a Lilies. Okay, we got Lilies. But I do have to do some math here. So 30, 69, 120, 150, 18. Oh, we got this. We got this. Easiest dubs you've ever seen. I'm going to retreat. I'm going to do the cardinal sin of retreating before having anything because I'm that confident. All right, yeah, now I've won. Okay, now the game is over. Trust your pilot wins. He is the GOAT. 1, 2. I mean, unless they have boss's orders, then I've definitely lost. All right, as long as they don't go boss, boss, I win the game. As long as they don't have 3 bosses in that deck, or as long as they can't find boss. Oh, this game is great. Hey, you know that Neo Upper thing that makes your life so much easier and doesn't require you to have energy switch? Yeah, that's prized. Oh, you know that ignition energy that's immediate plus 90? Yeah, you can suck a butt. All right, well, they have enriching energy, which is fine. They only have the 1 Beedrill, though. That's cool. And remember when I said I can put that battle cage into play and not get punished for it, and then I immediately got punished for it? Very fun stuff. Well, I have a tingling in my balls that they're about to use a boss's orders. They've had enriching energy. They hit the exact 2 cards they needed off a bug catching set with Kakuna and Beedrill. They had the Pokepad for the Weedle. They just need, okay, oh, thank you. They don't have Prime Catcher. Enriching energy is their ace spec, so there's no Gust card coming. All I have to do is knock out. I mean, I guess I can knock out a Beedrill with a Delphox and it's not a big deal, right? Because I can just bosses their other Beedrill for game. Because the way the math works, remember, back in 2020, 2021, when I was just a baby pilot and I could barely touch the pedals with my bare feet, I always told you, count your opponent's prize cards for them. And this is the exact situation where that comes into play. It's they needed to take 2 prize KOs to win, so that required boss, boss. But now that they took a single prize, I win because their only attackers are Beedrill, and I haven't used a single bosses, so I am the GOAT. I am the Tom Brady of Pokemon cards. All right, so let's go Neo Upper, and then I think I have 2 energy in there. I don't really need to draw any energy right now, so that's fine. And then I'll spread the energy around like their cheeks. I'll put the Psyduck down because I don't want to draw a stupid Psyduck. And yeah, I think that's just game. So that is a good game. And if you're wondering, hey, Pilot, I notice a loss there on your column. What the hell? Well, obviously, it was the toughest possible matchup. Obviously, it was a single prize water deck where I struggled mightily. It was a hard-fought battle against a water deck. and I just had the worst time of my... No, it was a metal deck. It was a metal deck. Do you want to know how I lost to a metal deck? Do you want to know how I got these stars? It's because I didn't have a playable hand. You know, you can have type advantage all you want, but if you don't have a playable hand or nice feet, what does it matter? You know, what does it... Thank you, PDCGL, for... Wait, I prized Neo Upper, Ignition, Fire. What the hell are the last two prizes? Are the last two prizes going to be energy? Because I believe it's 12 Fire, 1 Neo Upper, 1 Ignition. I was toying with the idea of putting 13 Fire Energy, 1 Ignition, 1 Neo Upper. But what happened in that first game is I only drew Fire Energy, and then the one turn where I needed a Fire Energy to draw cards with Delphox's ability, guess what wasn't in my hand? The only chance I had of making a comeback was if I had a Fire Energy and I could draw up to 7, so it was missing. And the matchup also happened to be Mega Starmie Dialga. And the fun thing about that is that they shuffle all their energy back into their deck with every single attack. So my deck requires them to have energy. Yeah, that's fine. I just need anything. I didn't get anything. I just need literally anything to win the game. And I got nothing. Oh, this game is so much fun, isn't it? But I think no matter what, because I'm doing 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, 210. So no matter what, I'm winning the game. It just might take an extra Timmy turn. Yeehaw Finn. Are you like, if you put a cowboy hat on a Palafin, is that a Yeehaw Finn? You know, is that the American, is that the Americonian Palafin, and you just put a cowboy hat on it and it becomes Yeehaw Finn? Oh, fun fact about Yeehaw, you've brought back a great story, is I think there's the Stow villain with the attack called Super Spicy Breath. In Japan, the original translation, I kid you not, was Super Hot Yeehaw. That was the actual translation of the card, and you do not understand how disappointed I am that they changed it to Super Spicy Breath when it was supposed to be Super Hot Yeehaw. Okay, well, I still got to do this. But yeah, I'm awesome. Like they changed everything. They ruined our lives in the process. And I think I could have won this game even without weakness advantage if I didn't prize 4 energy, but was it 5 or 6? Oh my God, my prizes this game were insane. So I think even without weakness advantage, I still had a pretty good chance of winning if I don't prize 4 energy. So clearly I'm an idiot because I made the boneheaded decision of saying, oh, we haven't faced any Dusknoir decks in the longest time. I don't have to worry about doing anything. All right, so I have to save the Fez. I can't risk the Fez. I just need a Fennekin this turn and we'll be fine. I mean, maybe not, but I can believe. I can trick myself into believing. All right, so Pokepad for another Fennekin. I'm going to obviously Golden Shower to the Ho-Oh. And then normally I would energy switch in this situation, but there's a chance they would blow my butt out. Oh, we prized lots of things. We prized several things that I did not want to prize. All right, so I have Braixen. Maybe I just go Braixen. Ho-Oh Energy. Because it looks like I'm just going to Lily's next turn and hope. And Chlamydia, thank you for the sub. So maybe I go... I don't even know. This is so... Prizing the second Braixen is such a feels bad. I think I just do that. Let's go get the Moltres, because maybe I have to hit into somebody. But this is going to be in the YouTube video no matter what, because we actually have a playable start. It's very rare, as you can see from my win-loss rate, to actually have energy. You'd think in a deck that has 13 fire. I originally had 12. I upped it to 13 because PDCGL decided to be funny if I just never found energy. And what if all your prizes were energy, even when you're facing Dragonite? Yeah, I lost to Mega Dragonite because PDCGL said, hey, you know how your deck plays 15 energy? What if you never saw any of them? Would that be funny? You know, I heard you like laughing, Trust Your Pilot. You also tend to cry afterwards because we're spying on you. We know what you... Oh, okay. Wow, this is pretty good for us. because they have to blow themselves a little bit. I am realistically a 2-prize KO. That's going to be a Grand Tree. Ooh, hell no! I got the Braixen. Okay, this is fine. I have to Lilies first. I have to believe in the heart of the cards. Actually, I have to believe in not the heart of the cards. I have to believe in not the heart of the cards, because what I need is to have the Braixen not show up again after this Lilies, okay? That is the strat. As long as the Braixen doesn't show up off the Lilies, we'll be fine. But I'm kind of in trouble. Actually, this is fine. They can't Mirage Barrage if I have 2 Delphox, right? If I have 2 Delphox, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? And Fire Breather's good, but how do I find it? Right? I don't play Meowth because obviously Meowth is a liability because I don't play with my balls. Because I don't need to play with my balls when Call for Family can just bench Ho-Oh and Heatmor can find Ho-Oh. All right, so I have a couple strategies, okay? I have a couple strategies. None of them feel good. That's a Fennekin. We have to hold the Grand Tree, so let's go Energy Switch up to you. I'm going to go all in. Please no Braixen. There's only one. You're not going to give me the Braixen back. Thank you. Wow, you gave me nothing. I've never been so excited to get nothing in my life. So let's go Braixen the active. And then Delphox. I also prized the Delphox in case you didn't notice that one either. And then, yeah, that's going to go there. I have to attach to you. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I think I just attach 1 to this guy. Yeah, we fail that. Flaring Magic. Okay. And then 1, 2. I'm in a real tricky gem of a situation here. Because they can literally beat my butt right now. They can blow my butt out the back door. I didn't find a counter stadium, so they can get a Dusknoir. They probably grabbed an Ignition. But the good thing about Grand Tree, I'll put a bigger image if you're watching this on YouTube, is you have to wait a turn. So normal evolution rules still apply, as you still have to wait a turn. But what I imagine they're going to do is they're going to Mirage Barrage after a Curse Blast. They're going to knock out a Fennekin and a Ho-Oh. But then I knock out their Greninja and they don't have a response to that. Right? It's like, yeah, they're doing a lot of... Damn it. Low Frizz, you can't play Pokegears. There's just not enough space. Right? When you have to play a bajillion energy, because you're looking at this matchup. Energized Storm does 30 times all energy attached to all Pokemon. In this matchup, they need 1 energy. Sometimes 0. Right? Once I knock out this Greninja, they're just going to recite... Actually, they don't have Neo Upper. So this looks like it's just a Tera Greninja Dusknoir deck, of course, after... Guess what Trust Your Pilot took out of his deck? The Psyduck. Yeah, cool. So that's fun. And also couldn't find my Battle Cage. I have 2 Battle Cage. Couldn't find one of those. But I'll take that if it means that I can, you know, Grand Tree into a Delphox and at least get a hit. Okay, that's a bit sus. Because... they have to assume I'm playing a ton of energy, right? You can't see your opponent's deck and be like, they don't have any energy in that Delphox deck. Well, I mean, it all might be in the discard pile. All right, so I need to find my Sacred Ass because then I can get another Delphox immediately into play. They're going to Mirage Barrage the Delphox. Yeah, Delphox and Fennekin. So we're still in this game. But the fact that I prized a Braixen and a Delphox isn't great sin. But they don't have another attacker. If I can find a special red card and beat them up. Oh, that's not good. Oh, God. Okay, Lilies, I have never asked for anything more of you than to get me 2 energy. Oh, technically, technically she did, okay? It's not how I would have gone about this, but technically Lily got me just enough. This is the worst way you could have done it, and I am definitely going to lose. But technically, Lily got us out of that that little mess there. All right, so they're going to have a Greninja, but they don't have Neo Upper. I can't risk putting the Ho-Oh down simply because they could boss trap it. And Ignition Energy doesn't work because it's a basic. All right, so we're going to get either a Braixen or a Delphox here, which is great. Okay, I wanted the stupid Delphox. All right, the unfortunate thing is that I have 4 energy on a Ho-Oh, and I'm going to have to attack with a Delphox if I want to take a KO. And I don't have bosses, because that Lily's was kind of not great. And there's a Lily's. I imagine if they don't get anything, they're just going to concede. But the fact that they Lilies'd before Grand Tree makes me think they had the Frogadier in their hand. And, oh, come on, tell me you don't have the Greninja. Damn it. All right, well, they can't knock out my Ho-Oh because Tera Greninja sucks and does... Ah, crap. Okay, well, that's fine. As long as you don't bring up this one. As long as you don't have a Pokemon catcher or something. But I think I just won this game because I can still retreat. It's... Oh, crap, they got a Mega Frostlass, but that's also fine. That's also fine. I do have to take a knockout this turn, though, which is less than fine. So they're not taking a knockout. I need to Iris into something good. I think I have to Iris away the Ho-Oh, though. Right? Because I have to keep the Ignition in case I need a 90 damage boost. The Duskull... Oh, the Duskull is great. Yeah, the Duskull is going to be a useless card very soon. So they're not taking a knockout, but if I can just take a 2-prize KO, I win. The issue is that Duskull is going to be really good next turn, and they can just win the game next turn. So that's a bit of a problem, is they can just go Rare Candy Dusknoir and then blow me a little bit, and that'd be bad. So like they can Mirage Barrage for game. They can do a million things to win this game. Okay, well, that's better. So I guess I get rid of the Iris because I need a better hand here. So let's go Morty's for 5. Please don't suck a butt. Yes, okay. You didn't suck all the butts. You sucked some of them. Okay, so let's go Battle Cage into play. I have to go Pokepad for Moltres, which is really bad. And then Moltres down. Oh, but they win with just a Mirage Barrage, don't they? They still win with the Mirage Barrage, but they're not drawing any cards. Okay, so what are the options here? I can go into the Moltres and attack, or I can expose my Ho-Oh. I think it's just attack with Moltres and then hope they can't Mirage Barrage. Because a Dusknoir knocks out my Ho-Oh. Yeah, it's got to be heart of the cards here. It's got to be heart of the cards. Believe in the heart of the cards, bro. You know, I Lilies myself into an unplayable hand and then never found anything useful. So I'm going to special red card them into an unplayable hand. And maybe they'll get a little scared and they'll put the Mega Frostlass down and I'll top deck a Delphox and it'll be the greatest thing in the world. No, April, you're going to be banned. If I see a Hilda, you're banned, April. Okay, that's interesting. I was not expecting them to just attach the water and pass. So then I think that's game, right? Because I knock out the Greninja. They'll have a Mega Frostlass. They'll have Mega Frostlass and Fezandipiti. They don't got it, but they have just enough to win. Right? That's the issue, is they can definitely still win this one, is they can get any card they want, and then they have the Fez draws. So if I can... But even if I top deck a Delphox, I can't use it. Yeah, there's an energy switch. Actually, that is a card that I need right now. So let's go Morty's Conviction. Get rid of the Ho-Oh. I do need a Delphox. There's a Delphox. I got Energy Retrieval. I got Delphox. I can't knock out the Greninja without it. I also don't even know if I can knock out the Greninja, period. That's concerning slightly. That's slightly concerning that I just might not have it like that. But I think with my energy and their energy, I do have it. It's just I have to go Energy Retrieval for 2 fire. Yeah, 2 fire. And then I have to manually attach this one. Sacred Ass. The, I guess, Braixen and Delphox. Because if they knock out a Ho-Oh, that's GG. So I think Braixen and Delphox, just in case this game goes a little bit longer. But I should have 2 rare candies, so maybe I don't even need the Braixen. That's not going to help. So, yeah, the Fire... I mean, the Fire Claws technically, but I mean, the Braixen does 80. All right, so let's go Flaring Magic. I think we all know that I've lost this game, right? You can all feel it in your balls, right? I've already lost this game. Press 1 if you can feel it in your balls that Trust Your Pilot has lost this game. Okay, that's pretty good. And then Energy Recycler. 1, 2, 3, 4. I go Retreat into Delphox. So yeah, they don't need much. Right? They don't need a whole lot to win this game. It's very likely that they just got it like that. But what if they don't got it like that? Did you ever think about that? What if they can't find anything off of the Fez? So they need bosses, because they can't use the Dusknoir. They can force sudden death, though. That is an option. They can force sudden death. And that is kind of their Hail Mary, but they're just bosses, Frostlass Energy away from winning. There it is. Bosses, Frostlass Energy. Yup, they got it. They didn't even need to Fez. Oh. Wait. What? Wait, what? Wait. Snivy, you're forgetting a piece of this puzzle here, Snivy. Oh, okay, they're thinning their deck. Okay. So they didn't have it. They were playing smart. They were thinning their deck. Oh, they did. Okay. Okay. So no, they were doing the right thing. They used the Meowth to thin their deck to increase the chances of finding the Mega Frostlass off of the Fez. So they didn't have it. I'm the #1 Delphox player in the world. And hey, both our feet are out. That's a plus for both of us. I'm feeling slightly confident about this start, so you know we're about to lose. But I'm going to have a Fennekin. Is Grandtree in the deck? If Grandtree is in the deck, everything becomes pretty awesome here. And I can also choose. Right? I think the smarter option is to rare candy into the Delphox. I probably should have checked to see if I have Pignite. Okay, this is kind of insane. You would not believe how many water decks I faced today. Like, I faced a metal deck, a grass deck. I lost to the metal deck. But I faced so many, like, Frostlass and Starmie and Greninja. I faced 3 Greninja decks in a row. Those were not very fun matchups. But I think I can win this one as long as they don't suck my butt too hard. Okay, in this situation, I think I go rare candy into Emboar. Hear me out here. This is a hear me out, just like how I say hear me out about Emboar. Imagine getting your cheeks clapped by an Emboar. This is insane. Oh my god, I'm gonna win this game. I'm gonna freaking win this game. Okay. How do I win this game? That's the neat part. I don't. But I go Emboar to the... Do I go to the Fennekin? I guess to the Fennekin. Though I could go to the Reshiram and maybe take a KO here. But that seems like a bad idea. All right, and then we draw a bunch of cards. None of them useful. Yep. We draw a bunch of cards. None of them will be useful. But I guess I just go and get Tatsugiri. But if they have bosses... No, they can actually just knock out the Emboar. Right? That's really bad. I was going to say, they can just knock out the Emboar with Dusknoir and Dusknoir and Starmie. So I kind of have to go for this guy, even though I don't want to. All right, so I have a Fire Energy. Let's go attach to you. I know for a fact they're not going to do anything good here. So let's go end turn. As long as somebody survives, right? As long as somebody survives, we have a chance. The problem is this is what I was talking about in the preview, in the opening of this video, is that so many decks these days just don't play energy, right? Tera Greninja plays 1 energy. Mega Greninja could have 0 energy. Starmie Frostlass, 1 energy. Testicle Festival, 1 energy. You know, Raging Bolt, they can get rid of all their energy in a Raging Bolt deck. And when we live in a world where you need 11 energy to knock out a Starmie, that's just not cool, bro. All right, so yeah, this is kind of what I expected to happen. But they did give me a prize, which is pretty cool. I don't hate that. And it's a useless card. They gave me a prize, which is great. And it's a useless card. But I do have a Reshiram EX on the list, I think, unless I took it out. But I would never do such a silly thing. I would never do something so silly as to take out a good card and put in bad cards. All right, so they can't take a multi-prize turn next turn. The only way I can get screwed over is if I hit into them and then they put damage on a Fennekin or a Tepig. But I also kind of have to do that to just not get my butt completely blown. Ooh, that's terrible. Okay, so let's go. Fennekin, Tatsugiri. I have Heatmor, I have Reshiram. We're going to be fine, okay? Everything will be awesome. We're going to be totally fine. I think I want to burn the Pokegears because I do not want to draw into the Pokegears off of the lilies. Okay, so there's Colress's Thicacity. I mean, Colress does get me Energy Grand Tree. So that is something. I mean, that is definitely something. So let's do it. Let's go Grand Tree. Ignition? I don't think we're going to get I don't think we're going to get enough energy to take the KO, but we definitely aren't going to do it if with that attitude. No, I have to get the fire. I have to get the fire. All right, so let me just quickly check the Dekaruski here. I have Emboar's not in the deck, so I have to go for Braixen. That guy, we have to go for Delphox. And then Energy Retrieval. 1, 2. So I'm going to have to put 2 on the active, which is fine. I don't mind 2-shotting a Starmie. I would like to not 2-shot a Starmie, but sometimes you got to wish upon a Starmie, am I right? Ooh, there's a rare candy for another. Wow. Okay, I see you, PDCGL. I see you. All right, then I think it's more gooder to do more damage here. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do 150. So I think we're okay, right? The problem with Megas is that there's Wally's Compassion, and we're going to get Wally's up the butt here. But I think everything will be fine. I've never been less concerned about anything in my entire life. I am smooth and moisturized. Suck my butt. Okay, this is fine. This is great. Everything is coming up Millhouse right now. They can't knock out anybody unless they have a Darkness Energy, but they can't have a Darkness Energy because they have to Wally's this turn. What? You just made a huge mistake. Did they forget they gave me a prize with Dusclops? Because this doesn't matter now. So they're going to Jetting Blow me. I think they definitely forgot that they gave me a prize with the Dusclops. All right, so I don't need the Tatsugiri. I don't think I have anything that can be Grand Treed, unless I top deck, like, say... Well, I definitely don't now. So, yeah, we'll go Braixen, and then I think I have to... I mean, I can just Lana's, right? All I have to do is not very much, and then I can Lana's for the Delphox back, so Delphox 2 energy. And then I have Reshiram EX for game. Seems like the absolute greatest strategy anyone has ever come up with in the history of the world. Press 1 if this is the greatest strategy you've ever seen. Oh, wait. Oh, that's a perfect KO. Okay, that I was scared for a second. That is the perfect KO. I was very scared that I didn't do the math correctly. So we got a perfect KO, and then I have Reshiram EX for a knockout on anybody. Okay, that is not a Reshiram EX. That is the opposite of a Reshiram EX, but we should still be fine. They're going to knock out Delphox Tatsugiri. Reshiram EX does 380 damage. So no matter what, if I can just find Reshiram, I win the game. I also need 3 energy, but if I can find Reshiram and 3 energy, the game is over and I have won. But I don't think I have a way of manually finding Reshiram, which is a slight problem. But I have multiple avenues to win. I am not concerned. You see this face? I mean, you can't. but I am unconcerned. Okay, that's fine. Oh, there's an Ursaluna. Okay, still fine. Nothing they can do this turn will concern me. It was they had to Wally's last turn, and then they just easily win. But they blew their load, and now I'm happy. And they attached an energy. You should never do that. See? They can't count and they can't read. And I am the best reader person in the world. Oh god, I'm gonna lose this game, aren't I? I need literally all my energy. There's no way. I'm panicking here. I need a witch to save me. Oh my god! See, always believe in witchcraft. I tell you this every day. Always believe in witchcraft. Witchcraft, the bad one. All right, so yeah, we have to go for Heatmor. And then I think I Flaring Magic first, right? I Flaring Magic first. Actually, no, I Energy Recycler first, and then I Flaring Magic. Because that'll put 3 energy. I only need 3. Oh, God. Oh, I hate this so much. Okay, so I'm going to go Flaring Magic first. Please, PDC Jill. I'm trying to do the smart thing. I'm being smart. Oh, yes. Oh, jeez. Oh, we did it. We did it, everybody. Do I actually have a knockout? Do I have a knockout with Delphox? I have a knockout with Delphox. Oh my god. This is, I'm just gonna, I don't care. I don't care what I've been told. We're just going all in. What are you, a hole? Because we're going all in. That was amazing. Yeah, I don't care about no legacy energy. We top deck the Reshiram. We get the Fire Breather. I was never worried. There wasn't a single point in that game where I was like, oh man, I don't have it. Just balls to the wall. Which witch is which? That witch is great. There is every chance in the world that I just win this game because I am awesome like that. So they don't have anything turn 1. It's the Chinchilla. I'm not worried about the Chinchilla whatsoever because I'm going to flip heads every single time. And they also boost my damage. So I don't have to do too much here. I think I just go for Fennekin, tap egg, attach to the Fennekin. I don't know. And Professor Oak, thank you for the gifted sub to Booty, who apparently is not going to get banned. All right, so they're just playing a typical, probably playing my list. Watch it, they swapped out the Beldum. The reason you don't play this Beldum is because the other one can do 50 damage. So the reason the other one can do 50 damage, that's why you play it, because this one tops out at 20. I know it takes 3 energy, but if you're ever 40 damage short of something, you play the other one. Now, I am curious if they're gonna... Yeah, I think they probably went Petrol for Ultra... Wait, why'd they go Petrol for Ultra Ball? So, are they gonna sacrifice double Matang to get a Chinchilla? That seems odd. Okay, so I know this is awkward, but I have to go for Fire Breather first. I know what you're thinking. But, Pilot, what you doing? Why's your finger in your bum again? That's not where it goes, Pilot. Shouldn't be in there. And it's like, well, don't tell me what to do, first off. Secondly, this is the correct play. Also, Reshiram can take the knockout here, so I guess I go for Reshiram. Nah, it probably has to be Tatsugiri. No, Tatsugiri, Reshiram. Believe in the heart of the cards, Pilot. This is going to be great. Okay. I need like Colress. I'm going to give myself multiple chances of finding Colress. And then I guess I have to like Emboar, but I can take a long time, right? I just have to knock out a Genesect and then knock out 2 Chinchilla. Okay, so now they Petroled. Oh, they had the Chinchilla in their hand. So they have had already more luck than I ever had with this deck. It's not supposed to be that easy to find a Chinchilla. You know, the Genesect finds everything else, but finding the Chinchilla, that's tough. Did they just Matang for 1 energy? Oh, no. All right, we got this. We're going to survive another turn, which is actually kind of bad because I wanted to, you know, suck my butt. But, you know, an extra turn is always good. There's another Fennekin. I mean, if I don't get a supporter off this, it's rigged. All right, so there we go. I do have a Delphox, so that's good. And then I can go... Actually, no, I guess I don't. Oh, God. What am I doing? Okay, so if I go for Emboar, then I can knock out the Chinchilla. Yeah, bro, we're doing that. We're doing it. All right, as long as they don't flip heads, I win this game. It is the easiest thing in the world. If they don't flip heads, I win the game. They will literally concede after this. I win the game. I'm the #1 PTCGO Delphox player in the world. I win the game if they don't got it like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. We put 1 on the Tatsugiri, 1 on each. No, we stop there just as a safety precaution. We retreat into the Reshiram. And then as long as I flip tails, the game is over and I have won. And they concede. Yeah, this is why the Chinchilla is... It's less about the ability and more about the attack, is what I learned, is that, you know, when you flip, I think it was 30% is what I finished at. I went 30% heads, 70% tails, because PTCGL is very fair. But that's all it takes. You know, how they're going to use my Grand Tree, but I don't care. You know, I have a Braixen and a Delphox. As long as I don't top deck a Delphox, the game is doubly over. But I have Boss's hors d'oeuvres for next turn. You know, I can Grand Tree for a Delphox. I've won the game. Just don't bump the Grand Tree. Don't top deck the Delphox. Ruh-roh. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. And everything will be great. Okay, I have never been more confident about anything in my life. I do have to waste a turn basically doing nothing, though. So this is going to be 2 free prizes, and this will be 2 more free prizes. All right, so Buddy Puffin for, I guess I take the Tepig. Yeah, if I had a Pokepad, I would have gone for Heatmor. So what am I looking for? Colress Lana. Do I want Lanas? I mean, I guess technically I should have gone for Lanas here. But that is what I'll do right now. So I Lana's Aid, the Reshiram, and 2 energy. Let's go. Yeah, I guess I just hold the hand and... I mean, Reshiram attacks for 240. I'm going to have to lose an energy. I mean, yeah, let's just end. But what if they go after the Emboar? Right, if they go after the Emboar, I think that's GG's. They're not going to get a bosses. There's no way they find a bosses off of that. And if they do find a bosses, I guarantee you I'll top deck a rare candy. That is how I'm the most confident person in the world. They flood the field with energy. I've already won this game. I won this game while you were thinking about my feat and not having to actively imagine them. Because they're literally building up my damage for me. And there we go. They're going to energize slap me. Little do they know, I enjoy getting slapped by a Chinchilla. Especially one that likes things clean. All right, so I knock this dude out for 2 prizes, and then I have, what, 3 chances to flip tails on a Cinccino? I like those odds. All right, here we go. Fennekin up front. And then Reshiram down. There's an energy retrieval. That's great. So let's go Emboar. And yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then retreat into Reshiram. And they can't leave the Reshiram alive, which is even better. So we go into this guy. I mean, the thing is they could red card me. So that would be really bad. So let's go 1, 2. Oh, I have all my energy accounted for. There's potential problems arising in my pants. You know, usually there's chaos rising in my pants. There's potential problems rising in my pants, but all I need is a rare candy. I just need rare candy Delphox and we're fine. Okay, those are 2 completely useless cards, and I'm very afraid right now. Yeah. Okay, there's a missed energy. That doesn't matter. Call for Family gets me Reshiram, but I don't have the energy for Reshiram anymore. All my energy is either in the discard pile or on the field. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I literally just need 1 Delphox. That's it. They have put 300 damage worth of energy into play. I just need to attack with 1 Delphox. It is so simple. But I think even if I do the thing, we're still kind of screwed. And you have to assume they have bosses somewhere, right? Because typically these decks have like 4 bosses in them. The fact that they aren't using bosses is kind of wild, but they do have to knock out the Reshiram, so it's not like that's a thing. But do they realize that they have put 15, 16 energy into play and there's 4 in the discard pile? So I can probably bring up a Matang and buy myself a turn here, right? What is going on? Yeah, looks like that's what we're doing. Did someone say boss and trap? Someone say boss stall? All right, so Fennekin goes down, and then end turn. How is this my life? You know, I have 4 lilies in the deck. I have Pokegears. I have Tatsugiri. I have all the energy. I think I have 3 rare candy. I have a bunch of Braixen. And, oh, they're, okay, so they are playing at least 22 energy. They have at least 22 energy. And then they got the bosses on the page. But again, that doesn't matter. I mean, it does if I ever want to attack with Reshiram. Well, this is going to come down right to the wire. Right? The boss stall play did not work. Because they're a crazy person. They might run out of energy here. Okay. Okay, please. There's 4 lilies in the deck. Thank you. There was no way we didn't get that. And I can't put the Reshiram down. I think I put the ignition energy down, though, right? Just to get rid of it. Just so I don't draw into it. Because, again, they have like 400 damage worth of energy on their side of the field. There is no way PTCGL screws me over like this. Yeah, that's GG if I just get it like that, right? All right, so evolve into you. And then Braixen. And I shall Flaring Magic. I have Energy Retrievals, but again, it doesn't really matter. There's another rare candy into Delphox that I don't want to do, so retreat into Delphox. Yeah, Heatmor down. I think I just have it, right? I think I just go rare candy into Delphox. So I have 2 chances. Remember that my coin flip luck when I played the Chinchilla was 30%. So this should be heads, and then the next one will be tails. Yeah, see? Totally fine. Totally fine. We're 50-50 on coin flips. The next one will be tails, and I will win. Because there's no way PTCGL would screw me over when I'm playing Cinccino, and then screw me over when I'm playing against Cinccino. That would never happen. See, they already know. They've already admitted defeat. In my mouth tastes good. So we've already won this one. I'm going to flip tails. It was foretold in the prophecy of defeat. All right, here we go. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. Some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this, but you get to see it right here, right now, and you didn't even have to pay for it. Usually you got to pay for this kind of explicit content on my OF, my Obsidian Flames, but here you go. They're going to flip tails. It's going to be great. The video's going to have to be demonetized for the pounding that I gave them. See, I told you. See, Foodler was right. I already have the script. It's already laid out. The PTCGL dev, I already told them, I need this to happen. I need this to happen. I need you to make it seem like I'm playing the worst deck ever created. But then at the last second, I need to pull out so nothing bad happens afterwards and we don't create an abomination.